All right, we are back with another news feed here that we're going to have for you, and this one here we're starting off with. It's not just used car prices have tanked. Okay, pretty interesting when we dive into this here, but we know what's happening. Appears that the U.S. car market is once again going through a phase. Used car prices were strong for a while, but the narrative seems to have changed. Now appears cars parked on your front drive is losing value at quite a pace, and mine is too. A few years ago, the used car prices, actually not just a few years ago, let me rephrase that. They have been up and down on this roller coaster ride for a while since pandemic kind of stuff. Here we go. Let's look at this chart right here real quick. Okay, and they say that with the shortages a few years ago, tripped upside down, supply chain seized up, new cars were in short supply, prices went up, interest rates went up. We got all these variables that are kicking in. We understand that. We know what's going on there. But when we look at this here, fast forward to today, while some models are still scarce, normality has largely returned to the car factories the world over. That has an impact on the used cars prices, which are finally coming down from their pandemic peak. So if we look at this chart down here, what happens if I click on that? Let's see. There we go. Whew, that's nice. All right. So we can see here, the colors are by year. So if you look at the years, the year here that we're dealing with is not the year of the car, but the year of used car sales. Okay, so don't misunderstand that. This isn't like a used 2024 or 2023. This is all used cars during these years, and you can see this spike at where they went. You can see what's happening right now. Like look at 2022, how ridiculous high the average list price of a used car was. Sorry, it was behind my camera there. I got to kind of peek around to see. And you can see what they are for this blue line in 2024, coming back down to reality. So that's a very good thing. We like seeing that. Take a look at the graph above from Cox Automotive. Yet we see that the average used car price sits right now today at $25,571. In May of 2022, it was $28,300. So basically a $3,000 difference there in price. So that's kind of nice. These prices are falling. We got another one right here, another chart, and this one is showing same basic kind of thing. You can see it go up from 1998. You can see the used car prices just rise. Big drop down in 2008 there. No kidding with the that big crash that happened then. We see them climbing. But look at in 2020 when that hits, and look at that skyrocket up. And we are starting to work our way back down. So reality is starting to come back. Normalcy is coming back to all of the automotive stuff. We have deals back. We have MSRP prices available. We have markups that are not being paid by anybody anymore. Markups will be gone. 6 months from now, anybody that even tries to put a markup on, even on a Rolls Royce, I don't care, nobody will pay it because there's plenty of dealers that are beyond that. Things are starting to get normal again. Negotiations are happening. Discounts, rebates, all this stuff. The used car market is starting to stabilize, come back down. All these things are good things for all of us. Now we just need interest rates to do it too. So very cool that we see that on here. Here's the category for another chart right here. This is a price change for selective market classes year over year. Okay, so this is kind of nice that we can see what's happening here. So you can see the drop total is 11.3%. Luxury cars dropping, compact cars dropping the most, mid-size cars dropping the second most, EVs dropping third, and then non-EVs overall is right there as well too. So you can kind of see this list on here. I love Cox Automotive. You get so many great things from them, so much awesome information. But anyway, there we go. So that's where we're standing at here. Prices. People are asking me all the time now. One of the very things they ask, is it collapsing? There's no such thing as a collapse. Okay. It's coming back to normal. It's starting to come back and stabilize. Actually, there's no real word as normal anymore, too. Everything in our economy and world is so volatile right now. It's just a huge ball of gas flames waiting for any spark to ignite it any possible way. And that's what we're seeing right now. But point is, car market, used cars, prices coming down for us. So that's a major benefit. All right, moving on from there. The Kia Tasman, I'm not going to beat this thing up too much anymore, but the interesting point about it is I've done some videos. If you want to watch them, they're on my channel. But we know that this is interesting is the Kia Tasman has been spy testing in the USA with the V6 turbo. Okay, now we assumed it was going to get the little 4-cylinder that they stuff in every Kia. And we also know, if you watch my videos on this thing, that Kia benchmarked this vehicle against a Ranger Raptor. They were going after the Ranger Raptor was the game plan. Well, it seems here that we can see on here that it was tested. See, they were expecting it to be powered by the 2.2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged that's in the Tucson, the Santa Fe, the Palisade, Sportage, Sorento, and Carnival. Okay, that was what we assumed. However, well, I don't want to start that. Hang on, here we go. However, Kia Car Blog report, based on images published by Kindle Media, reveals the Tasman prototype undergoing emissions testing in California with a 3.3-liter turbocharged V6, the same engine that was found in a recently discontinued Stinger performance car. That's kind of cool. A 3.3 V6 turbo in this thing will put this on the level, power-wise and stuff like that, to be right there with the Ranger Raptor. Very impressive. It says right here, so a petrol V6 makes more sense for the U.S. customers than the Aussies. However, Kia has only confirmed a Tasman for Africa, Australia, Korea, and the Middle East so far. But if they're testing it with this motor, they say right here, does that open a door for U.S. sales? That depends. Pickup trucks that are imported in the U.S. are subject to a chicken tax, which is a 25% tariff, which has also been bumped up to 100% right now too. So we got to take that into consideration. So unless Kia can work around that new 100% tariff, they got some issues there that could be an issue. But if it does come here, they are testing it with the 3.3-liter V6, which will put this thing, we don't know about off-road performance, but on-road performance, right there next to or better than a Ranger Raptor in a midsize. Very interesting. All right, moving on from there. This one, key title. This is the one we titled or thumbnailed it for. You can lease a Jeep Wrangler 4xe for under $300 a month right now. Jeep is stacking a $7,500 lease incentive on top of state, local, and loyalty discounts, making it a total, as you see right here, $241. Now, with all leases, that price is going to have a little bit of a caveat to it. So we can dive in there and see right here, you're getting a $7,500 EV incentive when you're leasing, $1,500 Stellantis financial service loyalty bonus for previous leases. In the example, MSRP plus destinations of Willys trim. Okay, they're not talking about a sport. They're talking about a Willys trim 57,925. So $58,000 Willys trim version of the 4xe. Basically what you see here in the picture. Okay, legit what you see here. They are saying applying this and that, and if most qualifies for federal incentive, states such as Colorado, rebate $5,000 can also be applied. Customer qualifies with moderate down payment of $3,000. Okay, with a moderate down payment of $3,000, the estimated monthly lease is $287. If a buyer comes from a previous Stellantis lease, the $1,500 loyalty incentive can be applied, bringing it down to $241 a month. You can lease this for $241 a month. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty dang impressive. Do they say on here what it is term-wise? Are they saying it's 36? Let me see if I can blow this up bigger. There we go. All right, so right here they are calling that. You can see it spec-wise on here with your down payment and your different options. Let's look at the $241 a month here. That is a 3610. They're all 30. So here's the first one, $319. Incentive. I'm looking to compare the incentives. So they're the same. So if you did a 24-month, 10,000-mile lease, standard lease, it's going to be $319 a month, and it shows what discounts 14 for. So all the discounts are the same. So they're comparing three different lease terms. Here's what they're doing: 24-month, 10,000 miles, $319; 36 months, 10,000 miles, $241; 36, 15, $313. That's pretty dang impressive right there. Okay, 3-year, 15,000 miles, so 45,000 miles for $313 a month. That's very good. If you follow my stuff, you know I hate leases. Leases are the biggest joke there is. But this one here, definitely not bad. I mean, I bet the price to buy this vehicle, if you were to buy it and own it, at a $56,000 MSRP, even if you got it down to say 50 grand, but on 50 grand, well, let's look at it real quick. Let's see if I can do this here for you real fast, but we got a quick second. We go to car payment calculator. Hang on, car payment calculator. Let's jump this in. Let's grab one right here from this. We don't want you to see where we go. And we got 50,000 right there. If we did it for 60 months, interest rate of 7%, which is average right now for brand new cars. And we did what they did, and we put $3,000. Oh, no, wrong spot. Sorry. We put $3,000 down on it. $3,000 down. No trade-in, no there. Sales tax, let's just pick, I'm in Georgia, so we're going to pick Georgia. We're going to call it sales tax at 7% because that's average across country, I believe. Fees, all that stuff, include them, what you come out to, and calculate, and you are at $1,050 a month if you were to buy this vehicle. Okay, $1,055 with $3,000 down. It's $1,055 a month for 5 years, or as we see right here, you can lease it for 3 years, zero headache, zero issues for $300 a month. See what I mean? This is a big deal. This one here is a big deal. This makes leasing very worthwhile here. So very, very impressive. All right, and moving on from here, one last piece of information before we close it up. Memorial Day kicks off the buyer's market for new cars. We know that this is the season. Okay, Memorial Day kicks off that summer buying season, and it's a good one usually. Current Ford dealers, they're showing you some of the discounts that are on here, that kind of stuff. The only takeaway from here is to know that Memorial Day kicks off the buying season of when car deals just kind of skyrocket. Reason for it is the old stuff is going out, as we see on here too. It's time to see making room for the 2025 models. We know that's the case, and it's also when people want to buy them the most, so the deals are there. There's big pushes to get rid of the 23s, make room for the 24s and 25s. All this kind of stuff is happening, but it is the time of year now to jump in and buy these is what they're getting at. Now, the interesting part in this thing, main thing I wanted to show you too, is right here. 0% financing deals for buyers with good credit have also become much more common this year than last, according to Edmunds. We're hoping to see this more and more. We're not going to see bank rates drop low. Okay, bank invested or the stuff when you go and you get your auto loan and you're going to get it through a bank, they're not usually that good at deals, and they're going to stay that way. They're going to suck every penny out of us they can. But because manufacturers want to sell these vehicles, they are going to self-finance. So GMC, GMAC, Toyota, Ford Motor Company, all these ones are going to offer their own financing through their own corporations to give you these lower rates, and often they're very good. So that's a fantastic thing. So anyway, that's the game plan here and what you're seeing. So we're going to end this one right here. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with more stuff for you soon. And as always, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget, down in the description, there's a ton of very cool stuff there if you're interested in them. All right, thanks for watching.